Alright, so what you are looking at is a 1974 Datsun 260Z 2+2. It's a 4-seater. Just picked this up yesterday because I'm restoring a 72 Datsun 240Z and needed some parts. So I picked this up, and before dismantling the car, motor, taking the motor out and various other parts, I figured I would see if I could get it running. So right now I put my 240Z carburetors on, and I basically removed all the coolant hoses and all the emission stuff that was on there. And as you can see, I have two vice grips holding the throttle return springs because I don't have the heat shield. That would normally, the springs would be attached to the heat shield. So I'm going to try to start it up. I left the radiator cap off, and I'm sure I got a little water leak because right by the thermostat housing, I took some coolant lines off and I haven't plugged it yet. As you can see, the upper radiator hose is just no clamps. And here's basically the inside of the car. Let's see if this one will come in focus. There you go, autofocus. Took the seats out. As you can see, the car has a lot of rust. They all rust. This one has a lot of rust. Oh, focus. Oh, I guess the autofocus is not working that well. Well, let's just say it has a lot of rust. And I'm not going to restore this car. The carpeting is nice. Actually, the seats were nice too. Oh, I see that it's out of focus. Sorry about that. But basically, it's a car with a bunch of rust. But the motor, I was told the motor was good. And it does have an automatic transmission. I was told that transmission was rebuilt and that the motor was rebuilt. But it hasn't been running in a long time. Now it starts right up with those carburetors. Uh-oh, better get to the throttle. Wow. Purrs like a kitten. Thing keeps going out of focus. I'm so sorry. I hope the sound is better than the video, because the video is not impressive. Maybe if I put my hand in front of it and then remove my hand. There you go. In focus. So this is what this motor looks like. As you can tell, it runs fine. Maybe need a little tune-up, but just remember, it's been years and years and years since this motor ran. So the fact that it starts right up and runs this good is pretty impressive. I did check, make sure that the spark plugs were in, the wires were in correctly, in the right order. And also, you see, it does have air conditioning. I do not know if this is factory AC or aftermarket, but it does have AC, and it has pressure in the system. Haven't tried it yet, but it does have pressure in the system. That tells me that there aren't any leaks. As of right now, there are no leaks. Of course, I need to take everything apart, and I do not plan on using AC. It's a 240Z that I'm restoring. Did not come with AC, and even though this is South Florida, I am not going to mess with AC. But if somebody wants AC, I have all the components: the brackets, the pump, the condenser, the evaporator, the switch that turns it on. As a matter of fact, I'm going to switch it on. I don't know what's going to happen now, but I'm going to try to flip this switch. Nothing. I'm going to try to flip this switch. Yep, kicked in. AC kicked in as far as I can tell. Wow. Yep, AC is running. Okay, focus. See, AC is running. That is incredible. Wow. I know, I don't know if you're impressed, but I'm really impressed. The way to check to see if the AC is working, it's kind of getting hot, I guess. I'm sure it needs a quote-unquote tune-up. You want to hear the motor again? Just in case you decide to buy the motor. I already have a motor, so I'm probably going to put this one up for sale. Oh, idle's a little low. All right. As far as oil pressure, I don't know if you can see that. Oil pressure is right in the middle, which is good. And the temperature is still low. There is no oil in the water and no water in the oil, so I believe this is a good motor. The charging system, showing a little bit of charging. I checked the voltage, it is charging. Fuel obviously is not going to show anything, and that's the clock. So if you need any parts, respond to my ad. Bye. That's it. That's a wrap.